Hi everyone, in today's video you will learn your first 10 essential PowerShell commands. So let's start with the first one. The first one will be, I think, the most helpful because it is a command that is called get and help. And with this command you can get information about any command in the Windows system, in the PowerShell. So you can do something like this: get help, and then you have to type in the name of the command. So for example, get and process. And by doing something like this, you can learn everything about this command. So you have name, you have, for example, syntax, how you can use it, you have description, as you can see, you have related links, and you have remarks. So this is the first command that you can learn. In order to update the help files, you can do something like this. So update and help. By doing this, you can be sure that this command will have the newest and the most accurate informations. The second one is, I think, the most basic and the most useful. It is in PowerShell. It is get and child item. As you can see, by doing this, we are printing basically everything what is in the directory that we are currently in. And you have two aliases to this command. So by typing in L and S, you are doing the same. This is the alias, I think, to the Linux. And you have the second alias, it is dir. Dir is the alias to the command prompt, to the CMD terminal on Linux, or on Windows, I mean. So you can use basically these three commands. They are doing the same. The third one, I will clear that and I will leave that again because it will be helpful, is cd. This is basically change directory. This is the same as, for example, on Linux. And you can, for example, move to the folder 1 like this. And as you can see, we are in the folder 1. To go back, we can do cd and 2 dots, and it will work. The fourth one or fifth one is get location, like this. You can press enter. As you can see, we are printing the path where we are currently in. The alias from Linux is pwd, is a print working directory, so this alias will do the same. And now, how to create a file or folder. In order to create a folder, you have two options. You can either use mkdir from Linux, so folder 3, it will work, or you can use the PowerShell method. It is new item, and then you have to specify the item type, because this by default create a file, not a directory. So item type, now directory, and then you have to just type in the name of the folder. So for me, folder 3, for example. I made a mistake, I think. Yes, I typed net item, not new item, so that's why it didn't work. So as you can see, we have 4 folders right now. In order to create a file, you can just do new item and, for example, file.txt, but you have to remember to specify the extension at the end. So this is how it works. I can clear that for now. And now, how to copy files. So let's, for example, copy this file.txt into the new file, for example, copy.txt. But in order to do it, we have to edit that file. So we will do it. Maybe it will be easier because you don't know how to do it in the command line. So I will do it like this. So This is a test file. I will save that. And now we can copy the output, the inside of this file, into the new file. So copy and item, and now file.txt into a copy.txt, like this. You can press enter, and now I will leave that. As you can see here, we have the copy.txt file, and right there the inside of this file is exactly the same as the inside of file.txt. So this is how you can copy files. Now, how can we move files? We can do it by move item. So move item, and for example file.txt into maybe this folder 1. And now, as you can see, we don't have a file.txt right there, but we can go into the folder 1, and inside this folder we will have a file.txt. So this is how you can do it. How to delete a file? In order to delete a file, you can type remove item, and file.txt, for example. But yes, I don't have a file.txt because I moved that, so we can remove that copy.txt file. So it will also work. And how can we view the file content? So I did it before by just going into File Explorer and clicking on this manually, but how can we view the file content inside the terminal? We can do something like this. So I will go to this folder 1 because we have the file inside it, and now we can do get and content like this, and file.txt. As you can see, we are getting the inside of this file.txt. And maybe the last one that I will show you is the list of running processes in our operating system. It will be get process like this, and as you can see, by doing this we have the list of all of our processes in our Windows system. So that's all in this video. These are the most basic if-ing comments that you can use in Windows PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next ones.